Howdy folks, how's everyone doing? Hope you're all alright. Again, just a quick video. I'm really starting, just as a side note, I'm just really starting to enjoy myself posting onto YouTube. Again, I'm not really up to date with the latest cameras or technologies or, any sort of, wave uploading, smart, clever, like transitions and stuff like that. That'll all come in time. I'm just doing it because I enjoy it, and I do feel like this is a great place to vent some of my mainly frustrations and stuff that I'm not passionate about, just things that I find interesting. So, again, I just wanted to thank everyone for the support on my last video, which was uploaded a week ago, currently on 2,500 views. It was regarding the drama between Ray Parlour and AFTV, so obviously there was a lot of attention there, but at the same time, I just felt I had to talk about it, and to see so many people support and like it, it meant quite a lot. So thanks again. So today I've seen the news earlier on while I've been at work that Jose Mourinho's joined Roma. Short and sweet answer to this, guys, is that is a phenomenal appointment, and I'll explain why. So here you are, the manager who's basically managed in every top major league except for France and the Bundesliga, that you could argue aren't as big as the Spanish, the English, or the Italian. You could argue that. And he's gone to a club that's in desperate need of that final push, that final person to add to their stature, I mean, you've got the likes of Edin Dzeko, Kolarov, Mkhitaryan, pure experience, played in the highest leagues, played in the big time games, played in massive fixtures in the career. That's massive. Then you've got the likes of, young Pellegrini, Spinazzola, all these young lads that are all coming through at such an alarming rate and really starting to dominate on the European stage. I mean, look at them now. I mean, granted, I think it's 6-2 down against Man United in the Europa League semi-finals on aggregate. Very tough ask to come back from that. Ask me the question, are they going to come back? My honest answer is no. But I do have to say that they do look a team. They look a team. And I think they're a goalkeeper away from being a big team. But the difference between losing 6-2 to Man United at Old Trafford and coming away with a result, in my opinion, one thing to change that I would have changed, or obviously you can't say that in the moment, and hindsight's a wonderful thing, but Mourinho is such a good appointment. He's the kind of manager that who sets up a defence, who sets up a strategy to completely stop the opposition from scoring goals. So Man United would not have scored 6 against the Jose Mourinho side because he just would not let that happen. Simple as that. Simple as that. Phenomenal manager. Won it all, been there, done that. 58 years of age. He's not gone yet. He started early. He had a spell at Spurs, obviously, just finished it. Got him to a cup final. And they sacked him. They sacked him the week of the cup final. Now, there's been rumours that the European Super League decision, etc., he weren't very happy with it. I don't think that's very true, even though Jose's a football man. He understands the business behind it. He understands that his agent's George Mendes. They're always looking for new ways to be innovative in the game, make their salaries or, just build the self-interest as well within any deal that they come across. Like, obviously, look at the job that George Mendes is doing at Wolves. He's trying to make them into a bit of a European team, even if it's just Europa League level at this moment in time. Absolutely crazy. But the reason it's such a good an appointment is because Mourinho will know and will walk into that team with experienced players that he knows can play at the level. He's got the young lads that he can bring through at the same time, because no matter what you say about Jose Mourinho, he does give the youngsters a go. Look at what he did at Tottenham. You had, I think he's called, I might butcher his name, but I think it's Nganga or something like that. Played it right back in the cup. He's a centre half. He gave him a lot of time. Just trying to think of who else. He gave Harvey White, the young centre midfielder, give him a fair shake, give him a couple of games to run, and he tries to play them. He tries to play his players. Once he has his team, I always agree that you should always have your first 11, but he does try to mix in the other players as well. So Harry Winks didn't always get a look in, but when he did, he played in a position. I mean, you couldn't drop Højbjerg from the team, but for me, it was a stupid decision to sack him because you're letting go with gold dust. I don't care if people say Mourinho's washed up, if people say that he's garbage, if people say that he's crap. You're all wrong because he is a special one. There is some sort of, there's some sort of aura around him. He's just such a fantastic character in football, and for him to go to, I feel like the Premier League's lost some value now that he's gone. But I also feel that the Serie A has gained a lot, and it's gained a lot more of my interest, to put it that way. And I'm not saying just because of the manager. Inter Milan have just won it over the weekend. They've just won the Serie A, which is a great achievement. Congratulations to them. Romelu Lukaku showing up, showing out who's boss. Whether they can keep hold of him and Martinez is yet to be seen. I do think that's going to be a struggle for Inter Milan, but I also feel that this league title that they've just won, they can push on now. They've got Conte, great manager. What can they do with that now? Can they take that next step into Europe? What can they do? It'd be really interesting to see. But yeah, listen, happy for Jose. Great club, great ground, great city, beautiful surroundings. Who wouldn't go for a 3-year deal? Even if it don't work out, his compensation, if you look at all the other clubs, have just built up some more money for him, and he could pick wherever he wanted to go next. Jose, wonderful manager, wonderful. And me being a Liverpool fan, as self-confessed in the last few videos, I can't say that I'm not happy with Klopp. I can't say that I want to get rid of Klopp. But I'd have loved Mourinho. Maybe when we had, I mean, it would have been very advertising to him, but maybe when we had Rodgers, just maybe. I mean, Rodgers got us that close to the title, but could Mourinho have won it? Because Mourinho inevitably cost us that title. The Gerrard slip, yeah, the famous game. He didn't give the ball back. He set up part of the bus. That's where it all came from, that one game. And no, he's an elite manager, still elite. He's not washed up in the slightest. He knows how to set up a team. More importantly, for all Roma fans everywhere, he knows how to win. He knows how to win, which is massive, massive. Especially when you're up, you're in the semi-finals of European competitions the season prior. Do I feel he needs maybe a couple of seasons to settle in? Yeah, I think he needs maybe 18 months. I think properly. I think he'd have a good run in a European competition after next season. Don't give him the season now because, judging off what the pandemic's caused, clubs, what else, the money that it's caught, the losses, that it's, the financial implications are huge of COVID. So I'm hoping that, they don't affect them that much, but I think it will. They might have to sell a few players on. Well, they might even say to Dzeko, listen, I think it's maybe time for you to move on. One of those things. But one thing that Mourinho needs, experienced players, youngsters, which he's got in absolute plenty at Roma. And they'll probably give him money for a signing, I think. I don't think they'll spend big, but I think they'll give him money for a signing. And he knows exactly what he wants, so he'll just pick one of his old players and just bring them with him. I think, personally. But, again, wonderful. Welcome back to the Serie A, Jose. I'm sorry to see you go from the Prem because you're phenomenal, but oh, what a guy. What an absolute geezer. Proper geezer. And then just a quick word on Man United and Liverpool the other day. I hate to see it have to go that far. I agree with it. I don't agree with the vandalising, but, you always get the yobs with the mob, You could have the most peaceful protests in the world, but there's always that one guy. There's always that one apple, isn't there? That one rotten apple that ruins it for the bunch, and it's going to be... excuse me, I think... Are they going to boycott more games? I don't know. They're making themselves very, very clear to me, and the fact that they've done that and managed to stop one of the biggest Premier League fixtures of the calendar year, of the season, says a lot. And you look at what some of the pundits were saying, and I don't mean to attack pundits at all, but you look at what some of the pundits were saying, and Micah Richards and Souness, like, yeah, you couldn't be any more in back pocket of Sky. Gary Neville as well. Yeah, we understand where they're coming from, but they must have got told that they weren't getting paid, because there's no way you can flick the switch that much. You cannot flick a switch from, you know, Micah Richards saying, you know, I agree with the fans today, you know, they were passionate in what they were doing, you know, City aren't like this, City aren't a club that's, you know, motivated by money or, you know, whatever. Mate, get over yourself. Are you having me on? You'd be right back in punditry. Like I always say, you're the first one to go back into punditry on other channels. Jamie Carragher the same. I can mock my own club. Souness. Mate, you did one of the most stupid things. I'd probably say stupid because in the heat of the moment it was stupid, but you did one of the most symbolised things you can ever do. And in Turkey, where they kill each other. They kill each other over football. You stuck a flag right in the ground to show, you know, solidarity for the team in their ground. And then he says the Glazers, and then he starts making excuses for them. Oh, Souness, do me a favour. Anyway, listen, the video weren't about that. I was gutted the fixture were on, yeah, but at the same time, I can't really blame the fans because they feel like they're not getting heard, and they don't want it to be brushed under the carpet just yet. And you know, you can fully expect, you know, you can fully understand why. But it'll be interesting to see, let's just say, over the next few weeks what happens there, because the Glazers have come out with that apology, seeing that, you know, they were so heartbroken, you know, they were sorry to see all the fans heartbroken, you know, they understand what the club means to the fans. I mean, when we read that, I think you give the old, you know, you roll your eyes really, but let's just see what happens. But again, guys, thank you so much for the support in the last video. I was really surprised, to be honest. Even 40 views for me is I'm happy with it. I mean, it's just a place again for me to sort of vent, and if I start to really enjoy it, then I'll just, you know, see where it goes. But thank you so much for the support on the video. Again, if you could like, maybe subscribe. I did actually switch the comments off by accident. I think it was from when I had it a few years ago. I've put them back on now so I can see what a few of you, obviously if this does the same sort of traction or numbers, I can see what a few of you are saying and possibly react to it on the next video. But Jose Mourinho, sorry to see you go. Fantastic manager, lost to the Premier League, great win for the Serie A. Man United fans, I stand by you. I don't stand by what some of you are doing, but I stand by what the, you know, the intention was. And football is crazy at the moment. Let's just see where it goes. All right, guys, thanks very much. See you later.